Start investing in a few guns, new gats, booby traps, and bazooka straps. Better play your cards right, no booster packs. Everybody claim they used to rap, but these ain't even punchlines no more. I'm abusing tracks.
Knicks fans, welcome to another session of Knicks Bros TV. My brother and I started this channel because we just basically talk a lot about Knicks, and we figure we'd go ahead and just share it with people and just kind of, poke fun at things that are humorous and kind of be serious about topics that are serious. And speaking about a serious topic is Carmelo Anthony and him being a free agent, opting out of his contract. Now, with being a Knicks fan, obviously it's kind of painful watching him shop around with other teams like Houston and Chicago and Los Angeles, because we all want him in New York. I think we are, we builded all the right pieces around him. And it would really, really, truly, just honestly, it would suck if he decides to leave. By us, bringing in Derek Fisher as a coach and Phil Jackson as the team president, but not to really get off subject, but this kind of goes to tell you that it's kind of a late desperate move of Dolan, kind of getting all these pieces in. If you would have thought about it, if you would have made this decision about a year ago, would Carmelo Anthony be shopping around with these teams? Now, the reason why I'm making this video, and I'm making this video solo as a little brother, is because my brother and I have this quite a bit of a distance, but thankfully I went to film school and I know a little bit about editing, so we could plug each other in and kind of make videos out of it. A lot of our videos will have some humor in it, or we'll have a little bit of, actual, we'll draw it out a little bit and kind of be creative with it, but sometimes it'll just be videos like this and expressing and talking about what I'm feeling as far as a Knicks fan is concerned. Now, I read an article on ESPN about what is Melo's legacy if he decides to leave, and to be quite honest with you, I think that's going to be a good legacy if he decides to leave. Think about it. Carmelo Anthony has made the playoffs every year except last year in the NBA. He's a 7-time Pro Bowler. To be quite frank with you, besides the championship, he has nothing else to prove. Do I feel like he is a team player? No. But do I feel like he's going to be in the right city and the right team with the Knicks to become that and win a championship? Yes. But if he decides to leave, I won't be bitter about it. I think the way he's going about the situation is the right way. I think if I was a player, and thankfully I am not, because I am horrible at basketball, but if I was a player, I would opt out of my contract and kind of shop around and see what's there to offer. Because if you think about it, this is literally 5 to 6 year commitment. And if you look at Carmelo Anthony's age, this is going to be the rest of his career. So if I was him, or if I was in this position, I would do the same. I would go shop around and see which teams are going to give me what I want to finish off my career. Now, kind of narrowing down the teams he went and visited, I'm not a big Dwight Howard fan. I don't like him whatsoever. And to be honest with you, I think the way Houston went about, trying to get Carmelo Anthony was really childish, and it was really unprofessional. If I was Jeremy Lin, and that's what happens when you leave New York. But if I was Jeremy Lin, I'd be very, very frustrated with the way, they have my number on Carmelo Anthony, and it's all over the billboard, all over the city. So it was very disrespectful. Now, as far as Chicago is concerned, it is a quick judgment on my part, but I feel like, Derrick Rose is very selfish, and he doesn't want to share the team, which actually is good for us New York fans. We don't have to share the team. I mean, he doesn't want to, share the team with Carmelo Anthony, so I don't think, there's any worry there. And surprisingly, out of all the teams, it's the Lakers that's challenging the Knicks, and they're actually kind of got me a little worried as well. They have Pau Gasol, and obviously I am a Knicks fan, but my favorite player of all time is Kobe Bryant. I watched him when I grew up, so they have, obviously it's very overwhelming when you're sitting down with the Bus family and they're presenting you and pitching all these things, and you got all these championship banners, all over the arena. It is overwhelming, and it's anybody, I think, that has a pitch from that family or the Lakers organization is going to obviously think about it twice. Now, again, I don't think Carmelo Anthony is going to leave, but if he decides to leave, I don't think he's doing it the wrong way. And I'd like everybody to leave their comments and let me know in your perspective. Do you think, if he leaves? Now, naturally, as New York fans, we tend to boo you and da 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 da. But I think he's done a tremendous job for the organization. Stoudemire should get the credit for resurrecting us, and Carmelo Anthony should get the credit for taking us to the next level. And I feel like Stoudemire doesn't get that either. But that's just my perspective. Now, I was a big, I wouldn't say big, but I was a pretty big LeBron fan, and I thought he was building the team around him in Cleveland, and he was going about everything the right way. I was even one of those people, hey, the next Michael Jordan, da 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 da, and I was going about it the right way. And I think that whole Miami move with him sitting down in front of ESPN, and just as a Knicks fan, I was devastated when he decided to go to Miami, because I wanted New York. So I don't think he went about doing it the right way, but I do think Melo is doing it the right way. So whatever happens, I shall salute you, and I do wish you the best. But when it's game time against the Knicks, you better be ready, and hopefully we'll be ready too. I mean, I don't want to be so negative about it, but we don't have a superstar caliber player if Carmelo does leave. We do have a lot of future, and again, future is the key word as far as Phil Jackson is concerned, with all the trades he made right before the draft and seeking out the draft picks that he did. And he'll be great for Hardaway's future, or even Iman Shumpert. I think a miracle is going to take to make Iman Shumpert a better player, but I still believe in him. But yeah, I think if Melo decides to come back, we definitely have to go about things a different way, because last year we saw a lot of this.
With 8 seconds, 7, down to 5, down to 4, Anthony for the win!
That's horrible. And what it comes down to is we had a pretty inconsistent coach. I don't think Woody was the guy, to be honest with you. Every 30 seconds left with the game on the line, let's go ahead and give it to Carmelo. And what we always forget is, J.R. Smith has just as many as game-winning shots for the Knicks as Carmelo did.
They can do a catch and shoot, and it goes. Oh, he did it! J.R. Smith.
Please leave your comments. I'll let my brother and I know what is your perspective on Carmelo's legacy in New York, and what do you think, or perspective of him is going to be if he decides to leave. I know he will be immortal if he decides to stay, whether if he gets us a ring or he doesn't. That's a true New York fan, and that's all I have to say for this video. Please subscribe to us. And
the month of 4, I had a hard time writing lyrics. Now I'm way overhead. Science fiction, you can try and get it. I've been the flyest with it. With a mind to find of interest for your finest interest. They say hard work pays off.